Hello, everybody. Today we are going to learn about the strategy that Gideon came up with to help him win the war against a much larger army. Now, previously we learned, as you're looking in the screen right now, we were told that Gideon was told by Hashem that his army was much too big, and so Hashem told him to send all the people who were afraid to go home, and then he had him go down to the river, and by the river he had him do a test where he wanted Gideon to make two groups. One group of people who drank water like a dog, putting their mouth all the way to the water, and one group of people who took the water to their mouths. And after that was done, it came out that there were only 300 people that drank water like this person from his hand. And Hashem told Gideon, that's the army that you're going to win the war with. And then we learned about the very fascinating dream that Gideon and his messenger, Purah, or his assistant, his assistant, went down to the Midyanim camps, and they heard them talking about two Midyanim were talking to each other, talking about how one of them had a dream about a large roll of barley coming and knocking down everyone in their camp, knocking down the tents, a destructive roll of barley. And so one Midyani told the other the meaning of the dream is that Gideon is the barley roll and he's going to destroy us. Gideon took that as a sign that the Midyanim were afraid of him, and he immediately proceeded to go back to his camp, to his army, and get ready for war. And that's what brings us to today's lesson, where we're going to see his strategy. So we are beginning now, Pasuk Tet-Vav, Perek Chet. If you're following along, here we go. Vayehi kishmoa Gideon et mispar hachalom be'et shivro vayishtachu. Gideon heard the dream and its interpretation, and he bowed down. Vayashem machne Yisrael vayomer kumu. He told everyone back in the camp, let's get up. Ginatan Hashem biyetchem et machane Midyan. Hashem has given us machane Midyan. We're going to be able to conquer them. There's no question about it. So here's what they do. Vayachatz et shlosh meod ha'ish shlosha rashim. So Gideon goes ahead and he divides his camp into three different groups. Shlosha rashim. Now, you good at math, you have 300 people. So each group had 100 people in their group. Then it says, Vayiten shofrot biyad kulam v'kadim reikim. And he gave everyone in the group a trumpet. He gave them an empty vessel, and he also gave them a torch to be placed inside the vessels. So three different things. Shofar, a trumpet, an empty vessel, and torches to be placed into the vessels. Then he explained, Vayomer Alehem, and he told them, Mimeni tiru v'chein tasu. Watch what I do, and then you will do. V'hinei anochi ba b'ktzei hamachaneh v'haya kasher asa kein tasun. And when I get close to their camp, watch what I do, and what I do, that's what you should do. V'takadi b'shofar anochi v'lashiti. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to blow the shofar, me and everyone with me. And then you, when you hear my group, when you hear them blowing the trumpets, utikatem b'shofrot gamatem shivot kol hamachaneh ve'amartem. And you also will blow the trumpets, and you will say, La Hashem u'leGidon, to Hashem and to Gideon, which is very common for armies to have their chant that they say when they're about to fight. It scares the enemy. And here you could see a picture of Gideon holding his trumpet and holding his torch and blowing the trumpets. everyone in his group. So now we continue to Pasuk Tet. Vayavo Gidonu me'a'ish asher ito b'ktzei ha'machane. And Gideon and the 100 people with him came. Rosh ha'ashmurat ha'tichona. In the middle of the night, Hakim Hikimu et ha'shomrim. Right after they just appointed the second shift of guards. The enemy just appointed their second shift of guards. The first shift was finished, and now they had a new shift come, and they were just awoken, so they were very tired and not 100% aware. And that was strategically done specifically and purposely that way, because he wanted them to be not fully aware and still waking up, so that they would get more surprised and scared. It's actually this story of when Gideon attacked, which was right in the midnight, is talked about in Haggadah Shel Pesach as one of the things that happened at Chatzot Halayla. Vayitku b'shofarot, and they all blew the shofarot. V'nafotz akadim asher b'yadam, and they took their vessels and threw it down to the ground, and it created a tremendous sound of 100 vessels breaking, and from all different directions, because the three groups went from all different directions against the enemy. And all of a sudden, the noise of the breaking of all the vessels woke up and frightened the Midyanim. And if that wasn't enough to frighten them, Vayitku shloshet harashim b'shofarot, they continued to blow the shofarot, the three groups. After the first group blew it, the next groups blew them as well. Vayishbiru akadim, they too broke the vessels. Vayachaziku biyad shmolim v'lapaidim, and in their left hands they were holding the torches, the biyad yiminam, the shofarot litkoam, blowing the shofarot with their right hands. Vayikru cherev Hashem u'leGidon, the sword of Hashem into Gideon. Vayamdu ish tachtav saviv lamachaneh, and everyone stood around the enemies of the camp. They were surrounded. Vayaretz kol hamachaneh, and the entire Midyanim people ran away. Vayariu, they were screaming. Vayanusu, and they were escaping, trying to escape from Gideon. Vayitkeu shlosh miyot shofarot, they continued to blow the shofarot, scaring the enemy. Vayasam Hashem et cherev ish b'reu b'chol hamachaneh. There was such panic amongst the people, between each other, amongst the Midyanim. They were so scared, they couldn't see who they were running from. They thought their own people were the people of Gideon, so they started to kill each other. That's what it says. The Midyanim were killing themselves, thinking in the dark that it was Gideon's army coming to them. He continued to chase away the enemy. The enemy continued to chase away. The enemy be chased away by Gideon. Now, as we finish that lesson, let's take a look and see what the notes are for this lesson. Here you can see them, and you can please pause the video at this time.